basically they hear like a knock at the door, and they're like, "Oh, what's that at the door?" But then they continue to like chill out, and then one guy is like, "It keeps getting louder," and he's like, "I got to go over and figure out what's going on." So he goes over to the door, and then a bear knocks down the door and starts mauling the guy,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're
I
all
saw that.
like,
I saw
and they're
that.
all like, "Hey," or something like that, and then it fades to black, and they're like, "This is women on college campuses. One of all of them will be
Oh,
raped." And I laughed
I do remember that
hysterically,
one.
but they were serious. They took
Yeah,
it seriously.
I do remember that
That's
actually.
taking that's it reminds me of when Bill Burr took that women make 30 cents less or something. But he actually then put time and thought in making a funny joke about the like I have to stay on a ship as it sinks or stay in the burning house and women children first. But
I'm
I
surprised he hasn't been
College Humor
canceled
just
yet.
took it and didn't make a funny joke intentionally.
Bill Burr's been like they've tried to cancel Bill Burr
They've
multiple
tried.
times, multiple times.
Just recently, mostly.
Some,
Most of the time it's
Oh,
flown under the radar
when he was
for
doing
the
the
most
Oscars or
part.
whatever, or
yeah, Emmys or
the
something,
music Oscars.
Grammys.
There's a funny YouTube channel, like kind of like that video where it's not intentionally, but it's called Extra Credits, and they do like reviews on mostly video games is the popular ones I've seen. And they did one on, I believe, Call of Duty World War Two, and Battlefield One because it has to do with Germans. And basically, the take was, I don't want to boot up a video game and play as the bad guys. And the funny line, it's like, you started a video game, you didn't ask for this, but now you're a Nazi. And it's like, I think because I think we should have longer queues and wait times for people who play on the bad people's teams to influence them more to be on the good side.
I kind of feel like that
No,
specific,
no one does.
but
No.
only with only in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I never want to play as the droids, but that's just because they're like so lifeless and
I
the
don't like the
robots.
loadouts. Yeah, I
It's
don't like the
just
That's like
weapons
a
on this
that's like
side.
a big controversy right now.
Being
If
that
you
commando dude who's got the rocket launcher, I mean grenade launcher, is
yeah,
very
Commando.
great. That's
uh,
my favorite thing to do, and
what's
that's
the
only on the
controversy,
human side.
Jared?
Well, there's this game
That
coming
rant?
out that was apparently supposed to come out a while ago and got canceled because Fox News
No
people were mad
way.
about it. And it's called 6 Days in Fallujah, that Iraq battle.
Oh, the battle in
Oh,
the Iraq War.
Because then
cool.
now it's resurfacing and it's going to come out again. And now this time
Mhm.
liberals are mad and don't want it to come out because they're humanizing the awful things we did in Fallujah, even though a lot of it is like
Hold on,
conspiracy stuff.
They're
hold
humanizing
on. We did nothing wrong in Fallujah.
There's a lot of
They're
rumors we did some
humanizing what
fucked
we
up
did.
shit in Fallujah,
They're
but it's not
animals
proven.
too.
The thing with the Battle of Fallujah, we tried to
Hope didn't
get
do well with it.
this one of the main leaders of the insurgency, which was
Yes.
a guy named Sarkawi, and he was in the city of Fallujah. We had all the
Gotcha.
intelligence saying he was there.
Mhm.
The thing we did wrong though is leak it to the press,
Bomb it? Oh,
and
okay.
everybody
Oh,
in
we
the
bombed.
world knew that we were coming to invade Fallujah. So he
Gotta be
just
scary,
left.
huh?
He just
Smart
left
man.
beforehand.
He must
Yeah.
get a formal education.
And then the Marines went
Paid
in and
for by
just
Bush.
completely fucking leveled the city.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
were rumors we like shot and killed unarmed children and women.
Well, because here's the thing,
That'd be a really good video game,
we
wouldn't it?
dropped
Thank goodness
leaflets.
they did.
Exactly.
We dropped leaflets into the city
Yeah.
saying, "Hey,
That
get
totally
the
worked, Jared. Totally worked.
get the fuck out of the city."
He took his mic off to cough very loudly into the mic anyway.
The we dropped leaflets saying, "Hey, the Marines are coming into this city. Get the fuck out
Mhm.
if you don't want any part of this."
It
And
should have been
so
like, we're recruiting.
we gave him 2 weeks. We gave him 2 weeks to leave or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
After 2 weeks went by, the rules of engagement came in and said, "All right, we've given him 2 weeks. Everyone in this city is declared hostile at this time. So everybody that stayed, if you saw a baby
Who
going
made the
across the
call?
street, that's a hostile baby.
Who made
You
the
shoot to
call?
kill."
It's somebody's
Exactly.
fault there.
There were people saying, I was watching a video about it, that we use like white phosphorus.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
bullshit. That's bullshit.
maybe. I know
All
other
different
people are
kinds of
using
stuff.
it still. So why not? Even though it's illegal, but
Anyway, welcome to the Ultimate Something podcast. It's been
I'd use it. It's so cool.
a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since the last one.
You can make it at home.
You can make a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you
at
just
home.
play with it, because it ignites.
Throw it at the neighbor's dog.
Throw
No,
it at
I
the
wouldn't- I
neighbor's
wouldn't do that.
dog.
We don't have any dogs anymore after the last attack. The Marines came in and decimated all the dogs, even the police dogs. They're all going to jail now, though. I'm sure that
Marines,
bit
man.
didn't make it in from our last.
That's the thing with the Marines, man.
I
Like
don't think it did.
we send the
That's too
Marines
bad.
in.
It was hilarious.
There was a lot of funny stuff we talked about that Will cut. You could tell he was
Yeah.
mad we were talking about it.
Just 30 minutes.
No,
was, I
trust
think,
me,
all
trust
that
me. I
made it
listened-
out of, for like 4 hours.
I listened to. First of all, there's 2 other parts of that podcast that I have not even edited yet.
Mhm.
I
I
edited the
assumed
first
that.
first
And
hour.
it's just stock Star Wars footage thrown over it or something.
The what did I put? Yeah, I did put Star Wars and For Honor over it. The movie talk, I'm probably just gonna put that up because
Is that where you talk about Wolfenstein?
no. In fact, I'm
So
cutting
we
that.
talked
Did
about-
that make it in?
No, nothing about
Get in
Wolfenstein
there.
ever made it in once.
Uh-oh.
There's one that's 2.5 hours long and I'm just like I look at it and
There's
I'm like,
one of them, the police dog one, I was baking a loaf of bread, so my audio probably sounded horrible.
yeah,
echoing.
that one's actually pretty good. We got to put that one
No,
up.
sadly that was funny.
Yeah,
Even at the time, it was funny.
that one was actually pretty good. So we talked about high school and everything. This one's gonna go up before those ones go up, for sure.
That'll be good though. They'll get the context now to know to go in about police dogs dying. To warn themselves.
Yeah.
This will be the safety warning video of hour-long video before the other ones.
Right.
But what was it gonna? Oh, the Marines. The thing with the Marines is that we send the Marine. If the Marines are going into a place, that means they're going in for the specific purpose of going in to kill and maim and fuck up the enemy. And then you bring in the army afterwards to be like, hey, do you want to join the American government? Do you want to be? Do you want to have a democracy?
I want to be the very best, like no one in this shithole ever was. Because we've been searching far and wide, traveling across the land.
It's not our fault that women and children got in the way of our bombing.
Yeah,
run.
it's war.
Pakistan
It's
will
war.
understand.
Listen. When you're a pilot of an Apache gunship, and you're just looking at your thermals, everybody looks the same on the thermals.
Yeah, everybody glows red or green or
Yeah.
blue.
White. Usually it's white.
Everybody bleeds blue on the inside.
That's the thing about thermals, man. Everybody's a part of the white race in thermal optics.
Yeah, you don't know who to shoot. I don't know. You gotta train that out of the Marines to start shooting white silhouettes. I'm not used to it. That's what makes it so hard.
It's why war
I would love for us to bomb Africa and we use that as our excuse. We're like, oh, well, they were white on the thing.
They were white on the thermals.
Okay.
How are we supposed to know?
They came up white on thermals.
All of everybody up
Gotta
on
turn
Twitter
myself
and
down.
Tumblr is like, these are facts.
Coming in
These
too
are
loud.
facts. Coming in hot.
You know that we'll be fighting a justified war if like people on Tumblr are saying I support the troops. Like if that's getting posted on Tumblr, then
I think that would be very difficult.
we're fighting a
they're not even
justified
doing that
war.
to China, putting those people in the camps there. People are still calling everyone. Oh,
What do you
just hate
mean?
Asians.
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about anything. I don't want this taken down.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
The
You need to shut the
22,
fuck up.
Beijing Olympics. Woo! Go China for the
We
win.
might boycott those Olympics.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it.
No, I don't think so. I think I heard Biden was going to let
The
us go.
State Department
course
was
he did.
thinking about it.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
you're
don't think it's
definitely
going to.
going.
The only
I think
reason I would want us to go is because it's Winter Olympics and I like hockey in the Olympics because you get to see the United States Olympic team,
Winter
and it's
Olympics
full of
suck.
NHL players. That's basically it, though. Summer
Kinda
Olympics are
agree.
way better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah. I like
Girls
seeing all the
volleyball.
people running around.
Ooh,
the
girls
street
volleyball.
for like a whole day. and then you can just come in at the end, and they'll run into the big Olympic arena, and they'll do like 1 or 2 laps around to finish their like 28K run or something. And you only need to sit there for the last couple laps, as it's just the fastest person by themselves. Bang, bang, they get their medal. Sit
What, you
down.
don't like watching somebody else run as you sit eating chips?
No, I just like watching the end. I'm like, wow, they did it.
Yeah, I like the
Really.
quick runs. I don't like the long ones. That's
Yeah,
very
well, the long
boring.
ones I'm saying, you just wait. You don't watch the start because they're running through the streets of some third world country.
Dude,
Right.
They make it into
Dude,
this
the
beautiful,
cycling, same
this
thing. They're
beautiful
cycling through the streets of
Coliseum.
a third world country. Cycling's so cool.
Yeah, you get to see all the hungry people,
They like
oh, I
they,
think
they strategize,
all
so
the
they'll like
houses
line
that
up
were
person after
bulldozed
person, and
over.
they'll rotate who goes in front because of like wind draft.
Yeah, they want to what's that thing? It's draft, yeah. And you can I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about driving in a Tesla, and he was like, I could actually see the gas I'm burning, like per whatever in the car, and I drove behind a big semi truck, and I could see how much gas I was saving by not having to push the wind out in front of me.
I liked him for so long, and then I saw him on Rogan, and I didn't
Yeah,
I didn't like him
that's
on Rogan,
everybody.
and that was it.
Everybody,
That was the
all the
end.
bros started not liking Degrassi over there when
He was
he's
such a prick.
interrupting our Joe. Not our
Interrupting, he's a
Joe
prick.
Rogan.
for
He's
a
our
quick
precious
aside,
flower.
I just saw my audio levels.
Mhm.
Apparently, if you're hearing stuff in the background, it's the Masters. If the audience for out there,
Yeah,
that's the
no, we can
Masters.
hear it in the background
We're
too.
actually at the
Oh, you
Masters. We
can?
just decided to do this
Why didn't
off
you
to the
tell
side.
me? I just figured out, so I had to turn it down.
I
I
couldn't
assume
hear
it
it.
was intentional. You told us you were going to be watching the Masters.
Well, I mean, I didn't want it to like be blaring over my mic.
It's always blaring. Anything you ever do is blaring. But did you turn your fan off?
My fan's on, it's fine, and no one can
Oh
hear the
wow, I'm
fan.
surprised. All right.
There has not been a single podcast I've had my fan off for all of them that they can hear the fan.
Funny thing about people that watch the Masters and any other golf tournament,
Mhm.
the people that watch it on the first 2 days will always tell you they watched it on the first 2 days. When it gets to the fourth day and everyone else is watching,
Man,
they're
I
like,
was
"Oh,
here
this is so
since the
cool."
first 2 days.
I
They'll
Do you
pump it
mean
in
the
your face like
people who go there, or just the people who watch it on TV?
people watch. Like if me and you started watching day 4 like everybody else does, Will would be like,
Yeah.
"Oh well, on day 2, well on day 1 this happened."
Yeah,
And like,
you
"Oh, you want
missed
a
out.
crown?"
well, yeah, I will tell you, because I want to fill you in. You know, like if you start
We don't want to be
watching,
filled
You
in.
gotta get
If we wanted to be
filled
filled in, we would have watched it on day 1.
the best thing about the
I'm watching
Masters
everyone get off the bus.
is the fact that it starts on a Thursday and Friday, so you go to school and you can just
Mhm.
watch it. It's like kind of like March Madness, it's the same thing. You can
I
go to
don't feel like
school.
the demographic is people going to school though.
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, definitely not.
It's definitely not.
Definitely not.
It's definitely people who have a hard time getting out of bed.
But
An older man's
you were
game.
talking about
The only game
Joe
they can
Rogan
play.
just a little bit ago.
Oh yeah. Before you
Hayden, I'm
rudely
getting
interrupted.
the feeling that you don't like Joe Rogan as much anymore.
Yeah? Is that because I told you that?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Well, I can't take if I'm giving you Wolfenstein you can't give me Joe Rogan.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
Do you
That's
not
fair.
But I'll
like Joe
take it
Rogan
anyways, I don't care.
like calling UFC, or do you not like the podcast?
Dude, I love when Joe Rogan calls the UFC, especially him with DC.
Right.
They're adorable.
That's-
They should
DC
just
kind
sit
of
in each
annoys
other's
me.
lap.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, but he's such a nice guy. I really
Ooh,
want
what a
him to
putt
join
by
the class.
Spieth.
Yeah, was he a nice guy when he was ripping on John Jones during his second fight when they fought each
Yeah.
other?
Yeah, well, John Jones has a drug problem.
Yeah, John Jones is a prick.
Did he do it again?
He hasn't fought in like a
he hasn't
year,
fought.
so no, he hasn't had
I
the
think
chance.
the last guy he fought was a dude with a big hammer tattoo on his chest. And then
He was like an Arab-looking guy. He was bald. He had like 2 huge.
Isn't he gonna
like,
fight one of
bald
like
I
the
think he was
Pauls?
also black, but
and he barely won
no,
the
Ben
fight too.
Askren is. That one's gonna be interesting too, because they're taking an MMA fighter against a beginning junior boxer.
They're taking like a really good college wrestler that went to MMA. So
I'm
he's a
pretty sure
wrestler, not a good
he's
striker.
not like a college. I think he was won medals and shit. Like he's
Isn't
very
Jake
top of
Paul-
the game wrestling wise.
I thought Logan Paul was the boxer and Jake Paul was UFC.
Logan Paul
They both box.
is trying to follow in his younger brother's footsteps of boxing because he thinks it's cool. When Jake Paul's like, I'm just gonna do boxing, you can do the internet stuff, and everyone's like, wow, Jake Paul's actually pretty decent at boxing. And so they're doing this little bout between an
They put him
MMA
up
guy
against
who
a guy that doesn't
the
know how to
last fight
punch.
Yeah,
the
I was
last
gonna say
fight
he's
Ben
not
Askren
good.
had, he got totally knocked out. I sent you guys that link on Instagram of
Who,
basically
Nate
it's
Robinson?
like a 2-3 minute video that the UFC put out on Instagram of all the hype, and then the fight starts at 5 seconds. Ben Askren gets knocked out, and he's all like stone cold, twitched out.
The knee thing. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Masvidal. Oh yeah, everyone
yeah,
saw that dude. That was huge at the time.
Masvidal.
Um,
And now he's gonna go fight a pop star.
But he was like, that was like his first loss. He was like 12-0 or something before that.
Was he? I don't ever remember him winning too much. But
He has a really good record. I think he's like 18-2 in MMA.
but he was very lame. I'll tell you that. Did not.
And that
Very
fight ruined
boring.
his career. Yeah.
everybody thought that like Jake
Probably
Paul
ruined his brain a bit.
was actually good at boxing because he fought Nate Robinson.
He's
No,
19-2.
he's like an intro. Like he'd be better than us at boxing. We don't have any.
Yeah.
He can throw a punch. He's trained.
Yeah,
But he's not like really. He's not.
he's
real
not
good,
gonna
but
win against this
He's
guy.
better. He's better
Canelo
at
would end his.
boxing. He's better at boxing than at striking and boxing than Ben Askren is.
Yeah, that's what I was
Wait,
saying.
they're boxing or
Yeah.
are they doing MMA?
I think it's a boxing match.
It's just
Oh.
boxing. That's
That's
the only
fucking
way
weird.
that Paul dude would even
the
do
only
it.
thing Ben Askren has here is that he can take a punch better, hopefully, unless his whole head's been rattled from that knee.
Why would an
But he's got more
MMA?
experience in the ring. Money.
What?
Ben Askren might want some money from a Jake
Yeah,
Paul fight.
he retired, so he needs money.
What a beautiful way to go, too. It'd be easy money. It's just some new kid. It's bigger than you. But just boxing.
Boxing sucks compared to MMA.
It is more boring. It's having a bunch of tools.
I
taken
mean,
I would
away.
have to agree. Yeah.
But it was like the
When you
primary
get-
thing that put money into the MMA UFC scene.
If you
Yeah,
if you
no
don't
doubt.
know who the fighters are, UFC is better 100 times out of 100. But a really good
'cause there's just
boxing
so much
match,
yeah,
stuff
like
that can
when
happen.
it
is
was
bigger than anything. Tyson Fury, when he fights, it's like
yeah,
the biggest thing in the world. It's so fun to watch.
yeah.
I just rewatched the Wilder fight with him.
The Wilder
the
Fury
last
fight, like, but
That was
that's the thing.
huge.
Rarely anymore does boxing get heavyweight
Yeah.
duels anymore. It
That's
just doesn't
true.
happen.
Yeah.
I see them try to promote those small Twinkie boys, and I'm like, I know what
Right.
it was.
'Cause if you're gonna watch small-
my
If you're gonna watch small Twinkie boys, just watch them fight each other in the MMA. It's way better.
yeah, they're way quicker. They can jump all over each other and kiss and make out and all sorts of stuff. Way
Well,
more entertaining.
I don't know what you're watching, but
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's why
the
I
UFC.
like the heavyweights are much more enjoyable to watch because if I watch like Canelo and Triple G, who are like the two best boxers in the world, like Tyson Fury knocks both of them out in like 2 seconds because he's so much bigger than them. Like Francis Ngannou beats anyone.
I can really enjoy the small people fights in the UFC because they
'Cause of the
got
craft,
more options.
yeah.
It's mostly it comes the striking is less of a component. It's more so either a bunch of consecutive rapid strikes that just sort of tear your face up, get it all swollen, or they just start wrestling and it's all quick. They all move so much faster. It's like a fight on speed. And with the
like Jarod
heavyweights in MMA, it's not too often that there's very much wrestling. It's like jousting almost. They have their one hand here and then the big whammer on the side for the most part. And so that's cool too, but it can get real slow, especially because they're already heavy breathing, slow guys on their own.
I don't even know like what does UFC have for heavyweights?
Derek
Really?
Lewis, Francis Ngannou, the
Should
guy
pull up a
Francis
list.
Ngannou just killed.
Should pull up a whole list.
Oh, there was
I
another
mean, I
mass
won't.
shooting
I guess
today.
if you mean the famous people. Who died?
It
Only
was
8
a
people. Did
formal.
Godzilla beat Godzilla, or is it under Godzilla?
It was a former former NFL player, Adrian Phillips.
Yeah,
Oh,
mental
wait,
health
really?
issues probably.
Wait, he shot or got killed?
He shot. He was the shooter.
Damn! Holy shit! Really?
Didn't even ask that question.
Am I getting the
Jared,
name
but-
wrong?
Yeah, maybe.
Adrian Phillips.
Adrian Phillips might be the safety for the Patriots.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a safety,
Uh-oh.
and I'm pretty sure he's
That's
still currently
two.
playing.
It's Philip Adams, maybe?
That's not good.
I'm just gonna look up mass shooting.
Yeah,
'Cause
it'll.
now you got
you'll find
that
it.
serial killer, you got a mass shooter, you got that guy who killed all the dogs on the Patriots team.
No, that's
South
go back.
Carolina shooting. Philip Adams.
Philip
ex-NFL
Adams.
player. 5
He
tags
played for the
South Carolina.
49ers.
Okay. So then you're in the clear, Will.
He
Keep
was a
that,
former player,
shirt
so the 49ers are in the clear as well.
Philip Adams.
A former player. It doesn't count. We fired him immediately. He
So
did
what?
not
We gave him a
endorse
gun.
These actions.
Ah,
So
he
what?
did play in the Patriots.
Oh, he did?
It's always the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm looking at his jersey. It's the Meyer Kraft logo. So whatever year that was.
That was 2011.
Is he gonna be in the
And the dad's
Pro
Yes.
Bowl?
blaming
The
football.
Madden Pro Bowl.
I
The
think.
dad blamed
Live
football.
streaming from jail.
Yeah, it's bullshit to blame football. I get it. I get the whole.
You're forgetting though, it's a violent sport.
I get the
breeds
whole brain
violence.
damage thing, but my God, I don't care how fucking many hits you've taken to the head. It does not excuse you picking up an assault rifle and going and taking 5 people's
Well, what
lives.
kind of gun did he use? Because that's a big deal now.
Mhm.
Is it a big deal now? Is the
Yes.
act not enough anymore?
I guess
It all
people
depends on what's the guy's race, religion, all that jazz. Is he from America? And
Is
what
he a
gun did he use?
Republican?
Yeah, you're right,
That's
Jared.
all that matters.
We have to figure out
Is he on
which side
Tumblr?
benefits from this tragedy. Who can
Ben Shapiro
politicize it?
make another movie?
You know, there was somebody that was like, "Oh, please be a straight white male. Please be a straight white male."
Yeah.
Oh, he's black.
Damn it! Not
Damn.
again. Look at these
Just
crime
another
figures.
hood. Just another
What
hood.
was I thinking?
Liberals
13%.
liberals are probably being like, man, I hope he's not Arab. I hope he's not Arab. I hope he's not Arab. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to politicize this. And conservatives are like, man, I hope he wasn't using an AR-15. I hope he wasn't using an AR-15.
Did he use a big old gun?
I don't
Trudeau
know.
Ooh, he
would
killed.
love that.
Oh, he
Trudeau
killed
would love it.
children. That's not
Ooh.
good. That's Anakin Skywalker
Oh,
type
man.
shit.
Not
That's
good.
not good for
That'll
the
make-
Republicans.
That'll make Obama cry, but do
A
nothing.
9-year-old and a 5-year-old.
That'll make
Only
Obama. That'll
No,
make
he-
Obama not
He killed
do
other
anything.
people, but those were.
Good joke, Aiden.
Well, he did. He cried all about it, and then you guys still have your school shootings. He's very upset about it, though. He's still crying to this.
No, it's a good joke. It's a good joke. I liked it. I just feel like every day, like, because we've gone a year in quarantine, man. These things are just gonna pop off now. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable,
Well, then he's got a
unbelievable
break.
how much of a problem we have, and we held it off for a year because of this pandemic, and now it's just like it's like a fucking-
It started rising other problems. There was an increase in people killing their kids by like shaking them and throwing their kids around. for
that
being
doesn't
too
matter.
annoying.
That doesn't matter. No one can.
And all those like domestic violence. Well, that's the same thing as hurting your kids. But all those went up, and now that we're starting to ease up and people go back outside, they can start shooting each other again.
Hey,
It's always better.
yeah, it's always better.
It's always more civil. Shaking a baby. Shoot the thing. Come on. Show some balls.
Put that.
Some footballs.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
On this Jared's gone.
Jared's
This is the
gone.
highlight reel. What happened last week
Hold on.
on Super Bowl Friday?
Where's Jared gone? Oh, Jared is gone.
He might come back.
Like these mass shootings, man. Like you live in Canada, obviously, so you don't have these. You don't have these problems.
We had, I think, I'll look it up while
You
we're
had
talking.
one?
No, we had a guy who was like, there was like a standoff for like a day or so here, like in my city, and I didn't even know.
Was the shooter just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Like I seriously don't want to do it. I don't even know how this gun got in my hands. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Standoff today.
And the police were like, we don't want to shoot you either. That would. It seems like that would
Everyone already
be.
knows where I live, Wayne Gretzky and all that. Guns drawn, schools closed, stand.
I don't think people knew where
Yesterday.
you lived.
Gray Street stand up. Ooh, my brother will be upset about that. I mean, my brother doesn't live anywhere near Gray Street.
There's going to be 7 people that
Mhm.
watch this podcast.
All
3 of
these
them are going to be us.
And most of them are going to be from like our social media accounts already that just didn't know us.
Jared's
So.
back.
Hey, we were just talking about things, and it reminded me there was a standoff in my city yesterday.
Okay. What happened?
So for a fourth day, took 4 days to deal with a man in crisis.
Wait, there was a 4-day standoff in your town?
Yeah, I didn't know until today.
What did you try to do? Just get like a pizza and just like
No, I think
the
he was
the
at
street
home.
was closed off?
I'm reading the Brantford Expositor right now on it.
That's
Yeah,
There's
this-
live updates. If
Yeah,
you
on
this
the
guys-
other
standoff-
side of town, if there's a police car driving down the street, I'll hear it from my house. That's crazy.
This
don't have that
standoff's
here.
really is. I get it that there's a standoff,
don't
but
turn
I
the
gotta.
sirens
But
on, that's
Domino's is
stupid.
having a 50% off their large
50% off.
pizzas.
Dude, they are. It's a thing. Do enjoy 50 at your Domino's today in your online orders. You get 50% off the menu price of any Domino's pizza.
Oh fuck! Jordan Spieth just hit a terrible shot. He was behind a tree, and he tried to hit it past the tree. He just hit it right into the tree.
Do you think when we were kids and we were like, oh, I wonder what's going to bring us joy when we're 23 years old, do you think it would be that there's a 50% off deal at Domino's?
Pretty interesting.
Do you think the
Okay,
police when you
Arwen
go to
is
the
packing
when you go to the
anti-riot
scene?
weapon Enfield that fires less lethal rounds, such as plastic projectiles. Oh, they took this guy down with Lego bits.
Do you think Jared that when he went to the scene of the shooting to the standoff, they were like, he was like, I got it, it's 50% off on Domino's. And like, shit, that's a pretty good deal.
Get this man
That's
down.
how
All
the
right.
standoff ended.
All right,
Somebody stop this man.
all right. Let's put it like they loaded him in SWAT gear and body armor, and they were like, we'll provide covering fire, like suppressing fire so he could crawl.
You get this man to Domino's.
Why couldn't you have done this tomorrow? Why?
Hold on.
13
Did he stay in
officers
Will's
shot.
Hotel? Witnesses say officers are in the hallway of the Comfort Inn at Wood Street, King George Road.
Are you kidding me? That's the one.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was witnessed as saying, "These burgers are too damn good." That's a joke
He
for Will,
should have
everybody at home. likes
what he
burgers.
should have said is that you have to understand it's the scenery that makes these burgers so good.
It's the scenery and the customer service.
It's the fact that when Jared and I could open up the window of our hotel room and we could see that graffiti tagged wall. That's what made that burger so good.
They're still working on the Brantford Inn. People keep throwing bricks through the window.
It was the sound of me vomiting in the bathroom.
Yeah, you got an upset tummy.
Oh,
Apparently
man.
it's been going on since Saturday afternoon.
It's still going on?
Oh, no, I think it ended yesterday. From Saturday to Wednesday.
When does
Did-
the deal end?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
When
did
is the deal?
Domino's
I
say
think the
we're gonna
deal
extend
is
the
on.
deal?
Yeah. But just at our local chains. You
No
guys
one
don't
cared
come
about the
here.
standoff, but Domino's had to like put out a tweet saying we understand those deeply
Yeah,
affected by
because,
this recent tragedy.
The Domino's in his town
COVID
got
has
together at a
affected us
board
all
meeting.
high.
We gotta bury this story.
We gotta bury the story.
It's true. I never heard about it. Cut the sirens. To the
Cut the phone lines. Stop the spread of misinformation. Clapping.
Oh. Genius idea. So that's Brantford today, everybody around the world.
So anyway, I got my first shot of the vaccine yesterday.
You can tell he's got like another arm in the chest there. Oh, it's just a
Why
nipple.
didn't you
Never
get the
mind.
shot that was like you only have to do it once?
The Johnson, it's what they had.
Because that's 2 shot needles in one hand, and that's scared him.
The Johnson and Johnson one is the one-shot one, and that they didn't
Is that a
have that
joke or
one.
is that serious?
What?
Well, that was definitely a joke. All right. I
What do
don't
you
know
mean?
anything about
That's for
it.
everybody at home. Don't worry, Will. It was stupid.
Oh, was it something Hayden said or?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
keep
okay.
going.
I was gonna say because Johnson Johnson's not a
My
joke.
next joke was gonna be that it's just full of baby oil. But continue.
My joke with Johnson Johnson is that they're gonna put asbestos in it, just like they did with their
Yeah,
baby
didn't they
powder.
have arsenic in their baby
Yeah, they
powder?
put fucking asbestos in
They
their
put
baby powder.
heavy metals in
People cared about it. People put this stuff on babies. People cared about it for about 12 hours before they stopped caring about it.
Oh, man.
Johnson Johnson paid like $10 million in a settlement fee. And that was it. That was the end of it.
And
My
then we'll be going
parents
to
used
carrying
baby
it up.
powder on me from Johnson & Johnson.
It made you tough. Probably why your back's all that shape now.
Yeah.
All question mark.
Oh, fucking Johnson & Johnson, man. No one cared. But I got the Moderna or Pfizer, I forget, but it's a 2-shot
yeah.
one. So I got to go back
Probably
in May
Pfizer.
to get the second shot.
What happens if you get COVID in between? Was it all a waste of time?
It's I don't know,
That
but
means
I'm
they gave him too
70
much of the first one.
I'm 75% immune. That's
Oh,
what
That's
they
what they
told
tell
me.
you. That's what they want you to think.
Well,
Yeah.
then why
Then
don't you
after
just
you get
roll
the
with
second
those
one,
odds?
after the
Meanwhile,
second one, they'll tell you you're 98%.
Jared
there's still a
said
chance.
Jared
I
has
don't know, it'd
said
be
it.
funnier if it goes down to 65. And you're like, what happened? Like, well, you flexing your delt when we injected you.
This is a
Damn.
subtraction needle.
But
You're told to relax your arm.
Jared, as soon as he saw me, said, "Why do you look so pale? My arm's sore."
Your body pulled the blood out of
I
your
don't
external
feel
tissues.
any different, but like I feel kind of like mellow.
Violated.
Like I noticed my skin was really pale, and I don't know why.
Do you want to start taking Instagram booty pics?
Yes, I've already done that. In fact, you should see that.
We're gonna shift this whole podcast to an OnlyFans account.
That's the dream, man.
Good.
That's the dream.
Good. Nothing's stopping you.
If we
It's like people that decided to start doing talk shows on Twitch because they thought they were so cool and innovative.
We should move this podcast onto OnlyFans.
It's a needle.
We could do like you could listen to the first 20 minutes for free on YouTube, but you have to listen to the rest of the
gotta
40
get my
minutes.
taste.
I
Yeah.
really hate it. It's worse than those. If a video on Instagram's too long, you have to continue watching. I hate.
Oh
that.
my god, yeah, I hate that.
I hate
Oh
doing
yeah,
it. I'm sorry. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds. I'm just gonna go through and clip out the start, and everyone's gonna be confused. But at least they won't have to press continue watching.
That'd be great. It'd be great to move this onto OnlyFans.
And compete with the whales on there. By whales, I mean the big money makers.
The
Don't get us
background,
taken
I
down.
guess, the background of the video portion of the podcast for them to look at would just be like, I don't know, like Meg
Like
Turney
golf.
or
They
something
could
naked.
do,
Does
since
Meg
you're
Turney have an
watching-
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got it recently because she's stupid.
Out
Or
of
she's
money?
a genius. I don't know.
No,
She's not out of money. She's married. She's in a relationship with Gavin Free. Gavin Free has plenty of money.
Yeah, that one.
She was just looking for a reason to say she's providing as well.
Yeah, she just wants to sell her nudes. I mean,
I've
if they get asked for.
I've seen the nudes. I don't want to give away where I get them from because I don't want the site to
Okay,
get
hold
taken
on.
down.
So, have
We
you
get
been
them
on
illegally
OnlyFans,
online.
Will, and you've done it before?
What?
Have you been on OnlyFans?
Like
not,
I'll click.
not personally, like looking at other people's stuff.
I'll click a link to like when it's like click on my OnlyFans.
Look
I'll
at the
accidentally
photos.
clicked it
Accident.
before, but like I've never paid for it. I've never.
My thought is, what's stopping people from just like screenshotting or screen recording these things and making it
Nothing.
free?
Nothing. That's why, because there's sites that you can just
Mhm.
get free OnlyFans because people are heroes. They pay for it and then they
The
put it
hardworking
online.
Men of
Yeah, the
America.
hardworking men of America.
Dude, I'll tell you what. There's some girls that are popular on OnlyFans that post
That
some
are
pretty
attractive.
revealing photos on Instagram, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I was talking to you, Jared, about
Oh, you
that
have to pay
about
for an
that
Instagram.
about that
Stupid.
TikTok girl. That video.
girl?
Remember that?
TikTok girl.
Yeah.
Is it the girl in the Bernie Sanders shirt saying "Okay"?
No,
boomer?
it was a blonde. No, it wasn't.
Oh God.
It was just a blonde
Oh
girl.
yeah. The girl you like.
Just a blonde girl.
And she's very attractive, very attractive. But the concern is that I don't like being attracted to people on TikTok. I just don't like it. Because like Jared said, you don't want to get TikTok got. And maybe if I could be in position to be TikTok got.
I'll make it even worse for you. Not only are there a lot of attractive-looking children out there that will trick you, there are some
Oh, that's what TikTok
pretty.
is.
There's some pretty convincing trannies out there that might also get you.
That's true.
See,
You
I
can
don't
get them
have
with a
TikTok
scalpel
installed on my phone, so I'm not. The only way I see TikToks
Yet.
is from Instagram. Yet.
It's worth it, man. It's a really fun.
I've seen some memes from TikTok. I've seen the first ever meme that made me laugh from TikTok, and it was this girl like saying like, "But this filter's supposed to make you be in the universe, the fantasy land you're
What?
supposed to be in." And a black guy would do it, and the thing would slowly load, and it'd be 12 Years a Slave or something like that, and he'd run to the phone to get out of it.
Are you telling me the Give Me the Beat Boys shark didn't make you laugh?
I haven't.
No,
Let's
no,
not
no,
turn
it
this
didn't.
podcast into a
It
TikTok
didn't. Will.
meme
We
thing.
he sent that to us. We were playing something. We were playing some game. We were playing that Outriders game.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
Will looked at it, and then he was like, "I can't believe Jared keeps sending these TikTok videos." And then I looked at it, and
Yeah, I
I
thought
told Will I
Outriders
wasn't
just
even
came out.
listening. It did.
I
And
didn't
then
send it
I
that
was
one.
like, "Will,
What did I send you
does he
recently?
seriously think this TikTok is funny?"
Yeah.
And that was the
It was not
last
to give
we
it-
talked about that TikTok you
I'm
sent.
talking about a different meme. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
Um.
I'm sure. It's
Oh,
way
what a
better
putt!
than the beat.
What
Give
a
me
putt
beat.
by Morikawa.
Oh, I sent you one recently of a bunch of guys in an elevator, and Halo music was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
too.
I remember that one and just being like, man, I've seen that one millions of times.
I've never seen it.
Funny to me.
The thing
Oh,
with
yeah, well,
Outriders or it's Outriders, right?
Outriders. Let's go with Outriders for now.
The thing about
For the
Outriders
next
is that it's a very good game if it would work.
Yeah, kind of.
It does have repetitive aspects. You kind of like if you're not playing with a person, you're playing single player. You're kind of just you're gonna hide behind a barricade and just snipe, and just
It's definitely not a AAA game, despite being released as one by like big
Square
developers.
Enix.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, a B tier or whatever's underneath all that. There's definitely it's not a finely tuned game.
But I would
Like a
I would
double A
s-
game.
When it works. It's like a Destiny clone mixed
yeah,
with
it is.
gears, and also it's got a big mix of things going on, which
The
makes it interesting.
yeah,
It's pretty linear though so far,
yeah.
story wise.
The colors of the game is boring. This post-apocalyptic world, and it's like all brown. It's all brown and everything, and it's like I don't really care that it's like I don't like that it's doesn't look as colorful. The game is kind of repetitive.
It's really lame to play by yourself. I wouldn't suggest.
Yeah.
As soon as Will left me all alone, and I was like, "This is lame, and this is also hard, and I don't like it anymore."
Boy, Jordan's Speed's falling apart. But it's just like yeah, like I disconnected because the game's broken, and then Hayden played, and how Hayden plays is it was actually pretty fun the way we were playing because he would run and just like set
I was a
people on
close
fire,
boy,
and
setting all people on
I would
fire.
snipe from behind, and Hayden would like charge at a guy, and he'd see his head blow off from me.
Yeah, and we would stop and it'd be like, "Nice." Head blowing off things are great. Not as great as Red Dead Online though.
What is that?
Oh, Jared's listening to something. But I think he did the same thing as when he coughed last time. He took his headphones off.
Does he think that we can't hear this
Yeah,
right
But
now?
whatever he's still doing is still. Yep, he's doing it again.
Does he think that we can't hear this?
All right, Jared's back. We heard. What was that? Your mom talking to you?
No, it was a voicemail. That was so loud I had speaker on by accident.
Hit mute on your microphone or something. If you don't want people to
I was
hear.
like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to fucking cut this because I don't want
No.
people to listen to this. But now,
Something about
Migrant.
now I'm
the
gonna keep
AMC
it.
stock vote. Someone's calling me about it.
Wait, what?
His stocks.
It's about that AMC stock vote, like the 500 share dilution.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
supposed to vote.
Why
no
is
idea.
someone
We can
calling
vote
you
on.
about it?
I don't know.
And updates.
Do you know who it was,
Send
or
us
just
all
some
my
random
voicemail.
caller?
Is it wrote? You want me to play it again?
No,
Yes, we need the information on
No,
these
I don't.
stocks.
it sounds
We need
really
to make
bad.
the right choices for our viewers.
It's like a female robot. Hold on.
I got a call
They have
today.
those. I thought they were all married in Japan already.
All stockholders are being asked to consider and vote on important matters. As of today, your vote has not been registered. Please contact us as soon as possible at 1-800-249-7120,
What the fuck?
Monday through Friday.
She's got one of those like robot voices that she's gonna say something and something's gonna click in my brain. I'm just gonna commit a mass shooting.
So
For the
so I
Patriot.
assume you got this phone call and not me because you have a considerable amount of shares.
I don't know. I think everyone, even if you own one
Like,
share,
sign up
you can
for the
vote.
newsletter.
By the way, this AMC keeps taking a fucking pounding every single day now. It's
Yeah, I'm down big.
What was the highest it got up to when you guys were fucking riding it?
$14.70.
$14, and I was up $3,000, and I could have sold it.
Could have.
Yeah.
$3,000's a lot of money to somebody who just made it
Yeah.
in the stock.
Now I'm down $600.
I could have made $100, but
Staying in there.
now I'm down 20.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Just from like selling and getting back in, I've made like $250. But
I'm not paying with your
I'm-
money.
I'm just
Same.
so done because like the thing we talked about last
I wanna
podcast.
get out.
Like
Want this to
I
be
just
over.
wanna I just wanted to get to 15 so I can sell. Like or
Yeah,
some
it's that easy.
like
I just want to get back to 11 so I can sell and break even.
because it's just like the culture is just getting more and more toxic by the day. It's just an absolute cult at this point. It's unbelievable.
Did you see the Jordan Belfort trades thing?
No, because I don't care about what the fuck Jordan Belfort has to say about anything.
It's funny. Jordan Belfort basically just told him like it's dumb, you shouldn't be doing this. And the whole like everyone in the comments just started like freaking out and disliking the video.
Are you kidding? Is that really what he said?
Kinda, sorta, yeah.
Because
Not in
here's
exact
here's the
words.
funny thing.
Just
He
go on
had
the
been
video and look at the comments.
he had been hyping up that fucking Jordan Belfort video for like 2.5 straight weeks now, and are you kidding me? He came out.
He had to post a video this morning just like addressing what happened, and he was like, you know what they say, don't meet your heroes because you'll be disappointed. And like 2 weeks ago I was watching his live stream and he was like, yeah, I don't even really know who Jordan Belfort is.
Oh my god, what a fucking blow up then.
So now Trey is just like lying to everyone again.
Here's the thing, Trey is a good guy.
Von Martin?
However,
He's over his head.
he's way over his head. He started this movement, like it's all the good thing, like the road to good intentions is pay. Fucking, I messed it up so bad.
Paved in blood.
Yeah. The road to good intentions goes through
Oh my
hell.
God, stop.
I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna that might. It's just so bad. I hit my head, everybody. I hit my head.
Singing,
That's why you don't get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Flash.
I hit my head. I hit my head a while
Gotta get
ago.
it in both arms at the same time, so it balances out in the brain.
Fuck, that was so embarrassing.
He started
Does
off
anyone
and
know
was
the
trying to
actual
be
phrase?
positive
Please.
about it.
I think I might have heard it once.
Please
The road
tell
to good
me.
intentions is paved through like hell or sins or whatever is that. It's all
Anyway.
in good intentions. Who knows?
He's
Something.
been talking about it for so long, and so many other people have left the cause, and it's kind of just him and like Matt Kors now. That if he was
You've
to
been
change
talking
his
about the road
mind,
to good intentions?
he would be over. Like everyone would stop watching him, so he's stuck just defending AMC.
Everybody's talking about it now.
Like, here's the thing.
Road to good intentions.
and where it leads and what it's paved in and, all,
What was he gonna say?
and what the like how much repair it needs and
Oh my
maintenance
God.
daily and the infrastructure. City management is what this really comes down to.
Oh my god, I've never had my brain stop working that much before.
They did hit it once really hard on the ground and it stopped quite a bit.
But like, it's so clearly over. AMC, it's so clearly over. It's hit its peak. It's gonna just slowly go down.
They're hanging on like Jeff Ramsey at Achievement Hunter.
It's not like I don't.
Yeah, he actually can't stop supporting it because if he does, it's over.
Yeah, it's over for him because everybody will stop on. He'll lose all his subscribers. People will turn on him. He's in a shitty situation.
This is the reason he got famous.
Is because of this, and it's not gonna work. That's the thing. It's not gonna hit.
An OnlyFans account. See how many guys would pay for his OnlyFans. He's like, I'm gonna put my tips and tricks on my OnlyFans account. If you want them, you got to pay 99 cents per picture of me holding up a board that says "fucking invest in gold." Idiot.
This AMC thing though, it's fascinating because it's just gone so far off the rails, and people just we're all bag holders at this point. Like Jared and I, we're both bag holders. I mean, Jared, I can't believe that you had a chance to sell for $3K. At least I
You
only
hold
lost
somebody's
$100.
bag? Is that what you're doing?
Well, you didn't lose. You're down $100.
Lose.
Bag holders is a phrase, Hayden,
When you
for
hold for too long.
when you hold too long and you're
You
When you're
ride
holding,
you
like, your
ride the wave up and you
bags
ride the
outside
wave back down.
yeah,
of me.
you didn't sell at the right point in time, which is what we
You guys
all
did. And then you guys sold and you just bought back again.
yeah.
What's that called? An indecisive bag holder?
That's called the gambling addiction. That's called,
Yeah.
that's
okay,
called
yeah.
it's called a dumb decision.
I barely even
But
look
it
at
was
it anymore.
funny.
Like
It was
I've
funny
looked
for me
at it
reading you
twice
guys.
today.
I don't either. I don't look at it anymore either.
Looking at it right now, obviously,
But that doesn't count. I'll stop right after
I
that.
What
am
did it-
telling you.
What did it close at? It's past close now. What did it close at?
Right now it's at 971.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's getting fucking
Just kidding.
hammered.
Remember when you thought it was going up to like 50 or something, Will?
People still think
I
it's going
thought it was gonna go up to like 500 or something.
Yeah, something like that. I thought it would go 15, 25.
That's when I was full on the ape
When you're talking
ape
about
train.
a gamma squeeze or something, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, 15 or 25 sounds pretty good
Fucking
for a gamma squeeze.
everyone. At least I had the brain power to realize I've been lied to. This isn't gonna happen. Because when
Please
801
stop lying off.
when 801 happened, the feeling I remember saying this to myself when 801 happened was like, even if the Gamma Squeeze doesn't happen, at least we had this night. Because I remember I got like a bunch of
That was
pizza to
crazy.
celebrate it. It was crazy. It was great. Like, and I said, even if it doesn't happen, at least we had this night, and that's what happened. Didn't the Gamma Squeeze didn't happen? That was the beginning of the end of the movement. Was 801 because we hit 801. Everyone thought because Trey was pushing it, the Gamma Squeeze thing, and then it didn't happen. And after that, it just started to just downfall. We did have a rise up to like 1498. That's how high it got, and it just came all the way shooting back down. And now it's over. Now we're all
It's hard to know when to sell when it's slowly rising like that. Like it went from like 801 to 14. So we're like, I don't know when this is gonna stop, and then it's just gone.
yeah,
right
it's
down.
gone like
A
that.
bunch of people decided to sell right then, and so it dropped.
Well, I don't think it was people, but you know.
Yeah, that
is
is
what it
another
is.
thing. It has been heavily affected by hedge funds and the like.
I
But
think it's been people all the way through, and you all have just been playing yourselves.
the thing
Well, it
with
depends
it,
on the mass sell. Like when the hedge funds do that sell off, like a congregated
shorting.
sell off, that's when other people their goal is to get other people scared so that they start selling, and then it just shoots really far down, which is what happened.
Funny that it's always AMC and no one's talking about the other ones still. Did all those flop?
No, people are still talking about GameStop. It's
Yeah, no, this is still ongoing. It's
I
just
think they're just
it
memeing the
feels dead.
GameStop one.
yeah,
People are more serious about AMC.
like DFV, who's like the guy who started the GameStop movement, is still in on GameStop. However, he made like $13 million from like call options and stuff like that, so he's still sitting pretty. However,
all of us people that they influence to buy this stuff, we're not.
yeah, we're not.
He used you guys like when the government or the big hedge fund guys short their things to get it going real low. He got a bunch of other people to buy it so he could sell it.
The thing is with Trey's trade is that he
Geniuses.
wasn't like wrong per se. Like he looked at all the charts and everything, and the charts don't lie. It's the fact of the
How
matter.
can I use this to get more money for just
It's
me?
the fact of the matter that
He's still holding too, and he has an average of like 1009, I think. Mine's 1060, so we're pretty similar.
the
And he
thing
still hasn't sold.
the thing with him is that he did all the research and everything, and all the research is correct. The one caveat is that hedge funds own the market, and if they don't want the price to go up, guess what? It's not going to go up, and it's proved that because there's so many people that are buying, and the price isn't going up because hedge funds can own so much of the shares and short so many of the shares. So it just keeps on going down and down and down.
Plus, Trey is making so much money off YouTube right now that it doesn't even really matter to him.
He paid $10,000 for Jordan Belfort, And the fact
Yeah.
I gotta watch that
It-
video now.
I watched it. It was actually funny to watch Jordan Belfort kind of shit on him because Trey was just kind of like shocked.
Really?
He didn't shit on him. He shit on the AMC movement, kind of. Just saying how it's a bad idea and stocks go down really fast.
I mean, I thought he was like, I thought Belfort was buying an AMC.
That was why Trey was shocked because he was putting out like cryptic tweets, Jordan Belfort, making it seem like he was a big AMC guy, but apparently he is not.
So Jordan Belfort did what Jordan Belfort always does. He fucking scammed this guy, took his money, and that's the thing with Jordan Belfort, man. Everyone loves Jordan Belfort, like, oh, the Wolf of Wall Street, and people forget the fact that
He's a complete dick.
he defrauded.
I don't care that he's a dick. I like his story. I don't care about him per se. He's definitely an interesting person.
Yeah, but Hitler was an interesting person, you know.
Very interesting. That's somebody I can
Yeah.
talk about. I know.
Let me get on in this conversation.
Yeah, now I feel now I'm comfortable with the subject matter.
I mean, Hayden, you've
I got
benefited
no
the
idea about
most.
these stocks.
Yeah, but you've benefited the most.
I bought some silver when it was low, so that was cool.
Oh yeah, you did buy physical silver.
I've just
silver.
been in my garage woodworking, as the stocks have been going on outside.
Yeah.
I just keep making
Rising
money and
and
then putting it in the stock market, so I guess I'm just wasting my time.
It's $300 in there. I think my plan is if it hits 8, if it goes below 801 again, then I'm just gonna sell for a loss and just get my money back and just get the fuck out of here. It was a bad idea. I'll lose. I'll end up losing $75.
I guess my hope is that we just get one more green day, and I can just sell at that point.
I'm
when
still
I said
not
Green Day,
ready.
I almost started singing a Green Day song. That's why I froze for a second.
I'm still not ready to sell.
Father of All is actually a good one. I hate like the 95% Green Day.
I still want to sell.
I think everybody does.
For
Too
profit,
whiny,
you know. I don't want to sell at neutral.
You're gonna hold out for money, just like Jarod.
I want to hold out until it gets to. I still think it can get to $15. I don't think it can get past
500?
that. No, the squeeze and everything. It's over. It's not going to happen.
I was holding at 5, so it's like, I mean, it is at high 9, but I do have a lot more money in it now than I used to.
I just think
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep holding it because I'm not gonna sell at a loss. I'm either gonna lose it all or I'm gonna make a little. I think that's how it's gonna work out.
Yeah, that is the because it's just like I don't know. Like this whole thing is just completely gone off the rails. Completely gone off the rails.
Now's a good time to drop an N-bomb, if you know what I mean.
Go ahead and say it.
Negativity is not good, and you should see help.
That'll be the
Get some
part.
help.
That'll be the part where we cut back from this, depending on how long Hayden takes.
You need to take care of your mental health. You need to see a psychiatrist. You need to talk through your problems because if you build it all up, that can cause AIDS. And
When's the NFL draft?
April.
April. Yeah, but what date? What date? Like April 28th? It's always like the last
Let
week.
me just ask this wall right here. I don't know.
Well,
It's
Is
April.
it always just in April? Is that what it's about?
yeah, it's always in April. Always in April.
That's when we get to watch Hayden get drafted #1 overall.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that was fun. That was fun.
Is it because there's like 8 of me in the draft? What's the joke here?
The best player in the draft is you. You don't need 8. You just need the 1.
Yeah.
The
He's
best.
going to play for the worst team in the league, and he's going to get hit on his blind side, and he's going to be out for the rest of his career.
Or trip over
Till
the
Sandra Bullock
ankles
comes around.
of his offensive
Picks me
lineman.
right up.
It's fun. Like it was fun as hell to play that Madden League and see you get drafted. That was fun.
It was so confusing. It was like I was actually being drafted.
Yeah.
No idea whose team I was on.
I
if was in
remember
control of
Jared and I
anything.
were drafting, and then I saw Hayden, and I saw Hayden's character, and I got real quiet because I didn't want Jared to know what I was about to do. And
As soon as I did get drafted, I couldn't get any picks, of course. And
it
just some
said
player.
I
But
pressed
I just
A.
kept talking to the coach as soon as I was on. I was like, "Hey, Can we get that guy and we get that one too? And they kept giving him a bunch of recommendations. I'll think about it. Calm down.
I pressed A on his name and it said, "Do you want to draft this player?" And I was like, "Holy fuck, this is gonna be so much fun." And then it said, "You cannot draft this player." Like,
Maybe in the older Madden.
Because Madden's lame and they don't want to have their games be fun.
Yeah.
If you have a fun idea, nope, we got to rehash and delete things
See,
so we
if
can make more
Madden
money.
was The Witcher 3, they would have thought about that.
Dude, I
Big
love The
brain
Witcher
on
3.
this beef.
Let me tell you about The Witcher 3.
I played some of The Witcher 3 and like all of The Witcher 2.
Before you go on Witcher, real quick, just
Yeah.
for a side
This
on
is gonna
just
be
to
where
finish
you're
on Madden.
quiet, and then Jared and I.
The thing with like they
What's
had to
this?
go
Are you
back
two
to the
enjoying a
NFL.
conversation?
They had to go back to the NFL and renew their license, and apparently the NFL was like blown away because EA was like, "We're gonna do this and this, and we're gonna add all these new things." It's like fucking bullshit.
really?
You are.
Wait, was that recently?
Yeah, that was like
Lying
last
about
year. It was like last year that they renewed their license, and the
We're
NFL.
gonna do this, 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 and this, and they're just looking at like Madden 08, like all the features they had
Yeah,
they've taken away over the years.
but
Why just accommodate this?
NFL was confident enough to give them a 10-year license again for
They don't
simulation
care,
games.
dude. The games make so much money. That's all that matters to them.
Yeah,
I guess that you just streamline it for the average human person. Just
I don't
take
even think
away
it's
as many
streamlined.
things as possible.
I don't even think it's streamlined because like a
I'm just
fucking
applying the logic that from the
8-year-old.
Elder Scrolls of Morrowind to Oblivion
An
to
8-year-old
Skyrim and
could
how
play Madden
popular
08.
Skyrim got.
You know, like that's when Madden had its most features. An 8-year-old could play Madden 08 and figure it out. So it's
Yeah,
not
but
like a
when there's more
streamlined thing.
features, it's just a tad bit harder for an 8-year-old. They're going to be like, I
No,
just
it's
don't
not.
deal with these options over here, and I play a
No.
little game. So
No,
they're like, why would we put out a game with all these options here when all of the 8-year-olds that make up 80% of our player base are just going to play this little game over here? So we'll just put that out every year, and they'll just keep buying it.
If Madden 08,
I mean, that's what they're doing, so I guess that's what it is.
if Madden 08 or any Madden for that fact is too hard for any child to understand, then I should have already blown my brains out by this point. Because if the video game Madden is too hard for kids to understand, then there's no point for living in the future because it's already
it was
over.
arguably harder when the older Mads are harder and they're making it stupider now.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about
idea
Witcher?
based off of all the Skyrims coming out. The beautiful thing, though, about the streamlining, making easier for everybody is it's bringing a whole lot of people in to play the video game. So I guess that's good in a way. You know,
I don't think a lot of people are playing Madden anymore, though. I don't think the sales aren't
I think you'd
good.
be
they
surprised.
tried.
I think
They
you'd be
definitely
very
are trying.
surprised.
I mean, if they're following the rubric that Todd Howard put out of just put out a simple piece of garbage and it gets swallowed up.
I think the people that work on Madden don't even know who Todd Howard is, if I'm being honest.
They're not even game developers.
What's Skyrim?
But yeah, that brought a bunch of mobile people in to play mobile games and a bunch
Oh
of.
god, there was Madden Mobile. It was the worst thing I've ever
Yeah,
I
now
think
they're all
Madden
playing
Mobile is still a
Skyrim.
thing.
Is it really? I'm not surprised either.
I think it is.
Even if it's terrible quality, if they can make money off of it.
It's weird about The Witcher 3, though. I don't understand why, because the worker rights in Poland are very good. They have
Is
a
it
nice
Poland?
wage.
I thought they were Switzerland.
No, they're Polish people. That's the lore they're going with is Polish mythology, which is
Oh, I'm talking about
Germanic.
the developer. Never mind. Two different things.
maybe some of the guys are from individual spots, but where they're based out of. And but when they came out with Cyberpunk, I guess they were overworking their people, surprisingly, and underpaying them. Because what money people like to do now, and for making video games, is they simulate the crunch, the last like couple months or whatever. Everyone puts in a whole lot, so they're like, let's just do that, but for years. That's good.
Yeah, they have such a good formula with The Witcher 3. I don't know why they couldn't just make another
it's gotta
game
be
like that.
like a product of love and joy, because they all must love being Polish. It must be so great over there. They're like, yeah, let's put out a game about our mythology. And maybe they have a whole different team working on the Witcher stuff, and then they're like, let's build up this team of loser developers and see what they can do. I'd love if any of them heard that and were like, no, it was us the whole time, but thanks. Because it's such a different, like, pie. It's not even the same slice of pie anymore.
I'm curious if they actually like hated the crunch, or if some of them actually enjoyed getting. They had to have been getting paid more if it's a crunch, more
No,
hours.
I saw a thing on a Twitter, and I'm hardly on Twitter, so take that as you will.
Well, then it
Where
has to be true then.
they were doing higher work rates, work hours per week, and the guy was like, and we were still getting paid less than normal, and it's the normal people do in Poland, because the working rights are different. I guess you earn more. Well, I mean, you earn less over there anyways, and so they were saying they earn even less and still work a lot of hours. That just seems like a trend now of people overworking their little nerds to program their games.
See, I don't.
I'm just curious why they even decided to make a game like that when that's not even their forte, and they knew this was going to happen.
I mean, you want to expand and stuff all the time.
You can expand by not changing
Diversify your
literally
IP
everything.
addresses.
If you don't
It's
put out
still
a
an
game
RPG.
for 5-6 years, actually, it was whenever Witcher 3 came out. Of course, you're going to struggle to pay your employees. You're not putting out your game.
2018 maybe. I just think it's shocking that they didn't not put it, like they delayed it a bit at the end, and that's always a bad sign, like Will said.
Yeah.
And I'm just shocked that they didn't just not put it out. They didn't say, screw it, we've lied a bunch of times. They first said they were going to take it out in 2015 or something like that. That was when it was going to
I
come
would
out.
counter that. If there's a delay at the end, I don't think that's bad. If there's a delay at the end and then a delay at the end, that's when you know there's a problem.
Yeah, so there was a 2015.
It's a delay on top of the
Who knows
delay.
if there was another
Just
delay
one
in
delay is
between,
fine.
and then there was a delay at the end that everybody knows about.
Well, the thing is,
It's entirely possible because that's when the real crunch happens. But if the people on the developing team are like, no, they were slaving us away the whole way through, then the last little week isn't going to be an actual crunch. It's
well,
going to be a fuck.
that game was
Can we
in
put this thing
development.
out yet?
That game was in development from
Oh, there he
2012.
goes. Oh, he's back. All right.
That game
From
was
2012 to now.
That game was the trailer for that game came out in 2012, early 2013, something like that. That game was
you
in
hear me?
development
Yep.
for seven plus years, and it got delayed every like 3 years. It got fucking delayed, and then it
So
got
weird,
delayed
man.
right at the end, again, and then it
You'd think
didn't
they'd
work.
have
Delayed at the end like 3
You think
times.
they'd have the fucking formula down for how to at least make a game and make a world, because they did it so well in The Witcher 2 and 3. I'm not entirely sure about the first one, but they got enough money to make 2 more games based off the same thing.
And I'm sorry, but the argument of the developers were worked too hard is bullshit.
That's what they're saying.
The developers have
Speaking their words.
they are just as responsible for that piece of garbage game that the publishers are.
I mean, if I was being paid less and got crunched, I wouldn't care if the game was good
That's-
either. I
yeah,
guess I would
that's
make the game
claim.
shit. I wouldn't put my effort into it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
What do they
there's
care?
the thing
And,
is
let's go back to making the good games.
why do they have to wait until crunch? Why do they have to wait till crunch? Why can't they
Well, that's how
fucking
natural like creativity goes. If people are programming, doing their art and stuff, there's generally that no one's really gonna finish a thing if there's not an exact deadline.
Oh, well,
It's
guess
just the
what?
natural part of being a human there.
Guess what? You had fucking
they're trying
8
to
goddamn
stimulate the
years,
crunch the whole
8
way.
goddamn years, and then all of a sudden the people who are actually in charge of the company are saying,
Mhm.
"Hey, where's the thing that we're paying you to make?" And they're like, "What?"
Well, no, see, because the publishers are the money people sitting upstairs who are just
Investors.
focusing on the money. They're trying to force all the little programming boys to do the crunch, but all the time. It's the best way to make your money is
See,
make them
I
slave
doubt-
away.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
how did they
You
not
can,
know
you can
this wasn't going
easily,
to happen? They
you
knew
can
this was
easily
going to
take a
happen.
bunch of new programming boys and be like, look, if you don't try really hard, you're not going to get a job anywhere. We're a big game studio. We talk to each other. And so you can sort of strong arm all these little boys into working for you.
So I just think that they weren't slaved away for like the entire
Yeah, but
process of
I'm
that
just
game.
explaining the tweet that I saw. And that's
I'll
the
tell you
only,
the real
that's the
problem.
only side we got right now.
If you watch any
the
of these
argument.
EA, E3 type conferences that they're given, there's a lot of females working there now. A lot with the swoopy hair. I think I found the
no.
problem.
Oh no! Oh yeah, CD Project Red.
I'll put that in the tags.
Get all
The
There's a
the
swoopy
lot.
hair.
the
Yes, that
woke
work
people
CD
over there,
Projekt Red.
and they're out of Poland too, right? I'm assuming so, just because they got the K in there instead of a C. It's entirely all I'm basing it on. They must be in between Germany and Russia.
It's to the point where I don't even really know what's going on. I know they keep putting out updates, and those updates keep
It's
causing
over.
more
It's
problems.
dead. It's a
Like,
dead game.
maybe
Yeah,
in
it's too bad.
3 to 5 years, I'll play this game. I doubt
Yeah.
it.
Did you
Like,
get your money back for it?
The thing
I did,
is,
yeah.
Beautiful.
I've seen so many videos, and Hayden linked one.
And you know what I do with that money, Hayden? AMC.
Yeah,
Put it right in the AMC.
on something more reliable. Works.
The thing
Built
is
in this
that
country.
they could go
God's
ahead
country.
and fix it all day long, but I've
Yeah,
seen
they
so many
could No
videos,
Man's Sky
including
it,
the
too.
one that Hayden sent in the group of people that actually played it and didn't have a broken experience, saying, "Yeah, it's actually not that good of a game. It's nothing that you haven't seen before." Like the gameplay of seeing numbers pop out of people's heads, like I've seen that before.
The only thing I've seen people that said
I
they
always
liked
turn that
about it
off.
was the idea behind the story. Not the story, but the idea behind the story. They liked that idea, which I
It,
won't spoil for anybody at all
it just
if they really
seems
care.
I was gonna say I don't even really care anymore.
it seems like, I mean, like it's the thing with the new consoles. Like I wanted a new console really badly, but then I couldn't get one, and now I'm just like, I don't
Dude,
really care.
I was gonna buy a PS5 like recently,
Yeah.
and Sony's pissing me off. Like with some of the
Can you
Xbox
still
is
not
doing
get
all these
one?
like Xbox is doing all these really cool. I mean, I could have the other day, but I decided not to. 'Cause Xbox Game Pass, Xbox buys Bethesda. We're gonna make things cheaper, and Sony's just like, yeah, we're shutting down the PS3 and the Vita store and all this stuff. And they didn't tell developers, so there were people that are actively making game for the
Oh,
Vita.
Yeah,
really?
that they're all
Yeah,
screw the pooch.
and they just all got screwed. Like,
That's
dude, we
very
just lost hundreds of
inconvenient.
thousands of dollars off
Yeah,
of your quick decision.
that's the way not to think. It must be somebody with purple hair over there making decisions.
I mean, this is how it always
Sony's
goes,
pissing me
though.
off, man.
This is how it always goes with the console wars type thing. When you look at Xbox 360 and PS3, Sony lost that one, and Microsoft got all.
Did they?
Well,
PS3 sold more.
shut
I
up.
think he's
Just
still
shut
on the
up.
Suck it,
fanboy
loser.
side.
Just
Suck it, loser.
Shut up.
I looked all this up on Reddit. I got all
But
the facts.
the Xbox 360, PS3 didn't outperform it until the very end when Last of Us
PS3
came
was a
out.
fucking disaster when it launched.
Yeah. So, but Microsoft got all high
But
and
the
mighty because
PSP
of
though.
Halo 3, Halo Reach,
Ooh,
Gears of War,
love
all of
the
that.
PSP.
And then
Beautiful.
they
That's so
they
cool.
made Xbox One, and they didn't care.
Piece of metal,
Their
man.
their opening conference was all TV.
It's like a Game
You
Boy
can
for
watch
grown
you
men.
can watch fucking NFL.
Will's about to make a great point.
The little
Can I tell a PSP story real quick?
You can watch NFL on it.
Dragon
Just let
Ball
me finish
Z
this real quick.
on it.
You can
Alright, go
watch
for it.
you can watch NFL on it. You can
Little game disc with
use.
a little metal actual disc spun inside the PSP.
What are you talking about?
Nothing, don't worry about it. I'm talking about the glorious
I
I know what you mean. Yeah, it did spin in the thing.
It was so cool.
It was cool.
You could watch NFL on it on the Xbox One. You can there's an
Dude, you
internet
can watch porn
browser.
on the PSP too.
You
Oh my
can
God.
there's an internet browser on it,
Amazing.
all 9 yards. But
know
they
that.
never talked about games on it.
You could beat someone to death with that.
Sony came out with PS4. They had that famous ad where they showed how to borrow games from your friend for PlayStation 4s, and a guy giving the disc to another guy.
The slam dunk on the Xbox.
Yeah, because Xbox didn't want people to use used games on it, and just Sony cared after they lost PS3. They cared, and Xbox got fucking ruined.
did.
Now Xbox learned from their mistake, and they're actually caring this time. They're buying
It took them
Bethesda.
a long time. Let me tell
It
you,
did
it
take
took
them
them a long time.
Buying Bethesda and giving all the Halos out for $10 a month.
Yeah, and
To
now
anybody who wants.
Well,
and-
Sony gave away the Uncharted games for free. So
and now Sony's so high and mighty because this
like a
PS4
Gears
sold so
spin-off.
well that they're
they have a thing called it's like a Game Pass thing. It's called PlayStation View, I think. Or
I thought it was
Move, I don't know
PlayStation
what the hell
Now.
That's what it is. It's now. I got it for a month just to check it out because they said like we have 10 times more games than Xbox Game Pass does.
16 times.
And it's true, they do, but you can
And
only
it's
stream.
true.
It's terrible.
True.
Wait, you can just stream them, so you don't even download them?
It actually does have like 10 times more games than Game Pass does, but you can't download them, so you can't play them. Like like everyone has terrible Wi-Fi. It's like watching a horrible YouTube video.
You have to stream a game.
It's
It's
interesting
terrible.
to stream a
Sony's
game,
really messing
but
up.
yeah, the internet. No one has the internet.
I wonder if they have more games because it's cheaper to offer an electric streaming version of the game versus getting the full rights to let other people download a game.
I would think so, yeah.
There must be some sort of difference between those two
I think
services.
Xbox is going to start doing it, but they actually already have a good, solid thing in place, and now they're just kind of
I'm not
introducing
gonna
it.
stream a game. I mean, unless I'm a billionaire with a billionaire Wi-Fi billionaire G,
Yeah.
then I consider it. But I can hardly run a game if I have it downloaded.
I want to tell you my PSP story, but I'm going to give you no context whatsoever. It makes it
Yeah,
funnier.
I already got all the context. I held one
Do you
in
know?
my hands.
You know what MIT is? The college,
Yep.
like where they
Yep.
make the robots and
Yep.
stuff.
That's where those "Do you like them apples" is from. Got it.
Yeah, I sold my PSP in a parking garage at MIT to an Indian man that didn't speak English. That's all I'm telling you.
That sounds like a bigger mistake than getting back in on AMC. Could have sold that thing now and made all your money back. $3,000.
Yeah, I
Do
can't
they
stop
still
thinking
make
about it.
them?
Honestly,
I don't know. They're so cool.
PSPs, no, they don't. They
Those
nerfed the store a
things-
couple of years ago, and now they're just completely shutting it down.
Those things
can't believe
looked
it's even still
so
active.
futuristic when those things came out. It looked like
It was like a little console in your hand. It wasn't all bright red, cherry red. You play Pokemon on it. It was glass and
Yeah, it was
aluminum.
glass. It had
was
that-
like
They were,
iPhones, but before iPhones were a big thing.
They were Battlefront games that were only on the PC. Or PSP. That's why I got it.
yeah.
Yeah, because it could run better than anything else you could hold in
It
your
ran
hand.
so well. It's
Yeah,
insane.
and that was going from ground to space and everything.
And that was the
Yeah, it was
the
so cool.
the downhill was right after the PSP.
Well, then they had the Vita,
PlayStation
and I guess the
took the
Vita is technically better, but it's not
Yeah,
nearly
the
as
Vita
popular.
was like, yeah, but who would get that for a kid? That's weird. That's like too much.
It's like too much.
Yeah, you gotta give them a cooler PSP.
Yeah, the PSP had sold a lot more. I think. I don't know anyone that had a Vita. I didn't even have a Vita.
I think the
Yeah, I
DS
thought
is
that was
still
like a Bell Vita,
sold
like a
more.
cookie or cracker.
Oh,
They
I'm talking
really
about
should
just
have chose a different
PlayStation
name.
stuff. All those DSs sell better. All Nintendo stuff sells better.
Yeah, Nintendo's just a brand now. Seriously, Nintendo has somehow found a way to just embrace the
Yeah.
fact that they only make Mario and Zelda games,
Yeah, just weeb stuff. It's amazing.
and
I
they
There's like
applaud them.
3 really popular Mario games that everyone wanted on the whatever the new one's called, the Switch. So they're like, all right,
Smash
they're
Bros.
available for 3 months, and after that, you can't buy it anymore.
They managed to
Such a
stay
douchey
afloat
thing to do.
despite, like, nobody I know really playing them. Any of their games. It's amazing.
It's because the
There
people
must
that do play them don't leave their house. That's why you don't know them.
When I was at university, they were doing a Smash Brothers tournament. It was crazy.
they used
There
to
was
do that
people
at
with-
our high
There was
school.
people with jerseys on from like
We did.
America.
Yeah, Winter Carnival.
Came over. It was
Oh.
so impressive. And my friend was like, "I've been playing like my whole life," and then I was like, "All right, what do you think about these guys?" He's like, "I got no fucking chance against these guys. I'm going in. I'm buying time."
In Winter Carnival, Jared, for our Winter Carnival, we used to have a video game tournament. Smash was always a thing. One year they did Madden, and it was in the room that we had economics in.
Oh, I'd whoop some noobs in Madden.
I sat down in Madden. Everybody knew I was a big Patriots fan, so people were offering me the controller to like, "Hey, you do pretty well. You should play Madden." I was like, "No, no. If I take that controller, I'm it's going to
It'll be
ruin my
worse than a
day.
school shooting.
It's
It'll be
gonna-
worse.
It's gonna ruin my day if I pick up that controller." Cause like you could see it when cause I remember like Donnie and Liam played against each other and they were fucking swearing at each other to the top of their lungs and getting mad. And I remember like elbowing a guy and be like, "See, that's why you don't play. That's why you don't play right there." Cause that was in the middle of us playing,
yourself,
Jared and I playing our Madden League, and boy, oh boy, was it just something. When you play Madden against your friend, man, doesn't even matter. It's just like it just brings out the worst in humanity.
And it's not even that you're mad that your opponent's doing better than you. You're mad at the game
You're mad at
itself
the
for
game,
screwing
yeah.
you.
Fucking how many
Yeah.
times? Like,
Oh,
and even
yeah.
if you're the guy who benefits from it, you're just like, wow, that's bullshit. Holy shit. that's what you're doing. Because like you'll throw a deep ball and it'll like tip up in the air 40 feet. And then like I'll pick it off. And then like Jared will be fucking mad and I'll just be like, yeah, that's bullshit.
I didn't earn this. This
Yeah.
isn't how the game was meant to be
I'll
played.
be
Remember
in
we were
like
playing-
the best playoff game of my life, and I'll hike the ball on the first play, and the running back will get hit so hard that he flips 19 times and fumbles, and the game's already over after the first play.
I remember playing in our Madden League, and I was in the playoffs, and I was
I didn't make it.
playing the
man.
NFC Championship game. You lost in the wild card. You did make it to the playoffs. But you
Played
lost
good.
in the wild
We
card.
played good.
And I was down, but I needed a game-winning drive, and Jarod was like, "All right, just do these cheese plays, and you'll be fine." And then Hayden just said, "You have to ask yourself, Will, what are you willing to put up with today?" And Jarod was telling me all these tips and tricks, and I just kept in my head, just kept hearing Hayden saying, "What are you willing to put up with today? What are you willing to put up with today?" And I just called.
Not fucking
I
this.
just told my tight end to run a seed play, just all the way down, just run straight down the middle of the field, and I just snapped it, took my drop, and I just chucked it up and triple coverage, and it got picked off to end the game. And Jarod was like, "What? Why'd you do that? X was open or something like that." And I was just like, "Yeah, I didn't want to put up with it anymore. I didn't care." And
Are you willing to stoop to a low in order to win in Madden? That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
what-
I won the
what
Super Bowl
morals are
that
you
year.
willing to
Was I just
sacrifice
cheese
in order
team?
to achieve victory?
And that
I'll
was
take
it.
it because I had no other choice.
That was the end of the Madden League that year. And I'm sure we'll play in 3 years' time.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
I'm telling you, if the show's coming out on Xbox, that's a fun game to play with friends.
What show?
It's
The show.
The big
Oh.
show.
MLB the show, sorry.
it's like
It's like that game that you guys RBI baseball, whatever
yeah,
it is you
Super
play.
Mega Baseball.
Except it's
Oh
real
my
life,
God.
realistic.
It's
It's
got
a
like
lot harder.
it's got a bunch of you can a bunch of customizable options and stuff. So it's like
Got all the real teams. You can play as the Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays, if you
Oh,
want.
so it's
I don't know if you
baseball.
can make your own team though.
I think you can.
If we
I think they
can,
might have taken that feature out.
The
from-
show's been a Sony
show.
made game, so it has like any feature you can think of is in that game.
Mm.
Everyone loves the show. Everyone shits on every other sports game besides the show because it's so good.
Really? Because I've only ever heard people glorifying Big Super Mega Baseball too.
yeah, Super Mega Baseball is the best
Well, who are you
sports
talking
game.
to?
Hey, he's talking to
Well,
me.
I'm all over.
Yeah, that's
So
who he's
I'm on
talking
Reddit. I'm on Reddit and I'm talking to Will.
to.
The best Super Mega Baseball. I think it's the best sports game I've ever played.
Yeah,
That is
I
pretty
also
fun.
think
That's
that
pretty
as
fun.
well.
I don't even like baseball. That's the
Neither
funny
do I. Neither do I.
The show's coming to Game Pass. Just another reason Sony fucking sucks. And
There we
Xbox is
go.
killing it.
How? How is it coming to How is it coming to Game
That means
Pass?
we're playing it. That's probably
They're
what
killing
the
it.
video for
Xbox
this
is just killing it right now. You
Ha-
can play it for free.
Right
Is it?
now?
It's not a Sony exclusive.
I don't think it's out now. I can check.
It's too much
Yeah,
on
should
Game
check right
Pass
now. By the way,
The
we're at a
season just
minute.
started.
We're
The
at
preseason
a
just
minute.
started.
An
Tuesday when
hour
it
and a
comes out.
minute.
Yeah, we're in at an hour and 17 minutes, so we got to wrap up soon.
Well, we just keep going.
Do
and
we?
then
Is there anyone holding the gun to our head?
Well, I got to edit it.
He's only got so much space on his computer. He doesn't have.
year
like
was
I
a
actually
terabyte
am running
hard
out of space on
year
my
is it?
computer.
2022.
MLB 21.
I actually might be running out of space on my computer.
April
I'm
16th.
No,
I
I'm
gotta delete
23.
some videos.
What, 12 days? What day is it?
Wait, sorry, Jared. What'd you say?
We don't know what's going on.
What month is it?
It's
Where
April.
are we?
It's April 8th.
Next Friday the show comes out. You can play it for
Oh,
free.
wow. Look at that. So, fuck it. Maybe I'll wait to put this podcast out, and then the background gameplay
Super Mega Baseball 2.
will be the show.
will be the shit.
Jeez.
No, this thing's gonna come out tomorrow. But I will have to record something. I don't know what I'll record. I'll just record the Masters and just put it up.
Well, I don't know if that's legal.
We could do some golf game.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Godzilla. Fuck, let's wrap it up with Godzilla. So
Alright.
we all watched
That's a funny
Godzilla.
one.
Yes.
Oh, Jared, you actually watched it? I didn't dissuade you?
Yeah, he watched
I
it
thought
and
I
he
gave
agreed
a
with us.
rousing speech.
No, I was
thought
shitting on it
all
in the
like-
chat.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I thought you were just agreeing with
I
me.
thought
I was so emotionally
I
persuasive.
thought when yeah, he was so
You're not
persuasive.
that good. You're not that good.
The thing is,
It was hilarious.
the thing with Godzilla is that when I was watching it, when Hayden was when Hayden and I were telling you not to watch it, I was like, "Hey, Jared's gonna watch it, and then he's gonna say it's great." Like, and then Jarod said, "No, that I can't believe how bad that was." It's like, oh, we're all in agreement. Wow.
Dude, it was the whole like
Gotta be
11
that bad. Then.
throwing whiskey on the panel, and that's the reason
Oh my god.
the
Oh
whatever
my
it's called,
God.
Godzilla. defeated.
Oh, that's why Ghidorah got into Godzilla. I don't think I was looking.
No. That's the reason that Godzilla and Kong were
The
able to
girl,
win against
the little girl
Mechagodzilla.
threw whiskey on the
She
panels.
dumped the flask. You
Don't
remember?
that?
Yeah. I remember calling that. I was like, the nerds in the thing are gonna give them just enough time to shut down the Mecha Godzilla so that.
Is
He
there a
did.
button we could press? No, just pour whiskey on these waterproof panels. I could throw this phone in a pool and it will still work. What year is it?
Starting King Kong's heart with the ship,
Um,
and the fact that his heart slowed down from getting stepped on and read at, and the size changes between the two.
Oh
Kong
my
was
god,
bigger at
that's
the starting fight when they were in the water a bit, and then they had to turn the boats off so that Godzilla would be like, "All right, stop polluting my water. Good, boats are off, and I'll put them away."
somehow Godzilla and Kong are able to fit on a United States aircraft carrier. People don't realize, like, an aircraft carrier can only hold like 50 jets. That's like the most. That's the most it
That
can
one
hold.
scene was cool when the jet was taken off and Kong did something. I don't even remember. It was
grabbed
cool.
the and
Kong
threw
did
it.
something.
What was it? They had to get that little native deaf girl to convince a million-year-old genius ape to lead them to the Arctic, where Ghidorah, I think, died in a previous movie or something.
Yeah, that's where they fought.
And
He was
and
there
then
in
he
King of
says,
Monsters.
"Okay, I'll do what this little girl says, who's been clearly brainwashed by her elders to convince me to do whatever they want me to do." So he agrees, which means they now have to sedate him and chain him up and travel across the. If he agrees, why do you have to do all of it?
See, here's the thing. Like
Why'd they have to turn the boat off?
I'm
I
completely.
like that there were helicopters that were carrying Kong after that fight.
Yeah, there was like
And they could have
18
just
helicopters
done that from the
were
start.
enough to carry God's King Kong.
I am totally fine
Hurt
with
my
the
brain.
fact.
When I finished watching it, I was mad on the inside, and like I said, it retroactively ruined my whole day. And just 3 hours prior to that, I put a hatchet in my foot, and it still was worse than that.
The thing is that I'm totally fine. Like, I didn't expect the human element of the movie to be good, but
I didn't expect the movie to be good.
the
That's
fact
why I'm not mad.
that they made Godzilla and Kong like move so fast sometimes, and then sometimes Kong would move real slow when he's eating a bunch of fish.
Godzilla lost a bunch of weight for this role.
Yeah, Godzilla lost a bunch of weight for this movie.
Wait, that was King Kong. I thought it was The Rock.
Yeah, my number one thing, like, I'm an actual Godzilla fan. The number one thing that I get pissed off with this movie is the fact that they somehow are able to take Mechagodzilla and Mechaghidorah and ruin both in a span of 15 minutes.
They just took it, threw it
Were
away.
there two of them? I thought there was just one of them.
Well,
It was
because
like Ghidorah's genes, his
it's got
DNA,
yeah.
piloted a mech somehow. It was conscious enough.
So that's like them
in
kind of
itself.
using Mechaghidorah as well,
But in the body of a robot Godzilla.
but then they
Let me
just
tell ya, I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. It was like made for nobody to pay attention to. I'm not sure what they were going for, who the movie's made. Maybe it's for deaf people.
the fact
Yeah,
that it's
and
getting
they have
like
powers over a monkey.
it's got like an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience score is a 95%. Like,
don't
these are
believe it.
the same people that say that this movie is great are the same people that said King of the Monsters was garbage. King of the Monsters blows this movie out of the fucking water.
King of the Monsters was terrible, and I can't even compare the two of them because they're both terrible.
Here's the thing, King of the Monsters, the human plot is so fucking dumb and so stupid.
Even more dumb than this one?
No.
All right, good.
They're both pretty bad. The fact that the mom
China, blasting hole in the center of the earth.
the mom in King of the Monsters is all like, I'm gonna release all the monsters because climate change. We're gonna heal the earth that way. It's dumb. However, the monsters.
Was that a thing? I don't even remember that.
The movie, the monsters actually act like monsters. They move like monsters. Like Godzilla fighting Ghidorah is fucking sick as fuck in that movie.
No, it's not. I'll be the one to tell you it's not.
It is.
None of it is. It's all
It is.
stupid.
It's all.
All of it's stupid.
It's good. It's good. Jared likes
the
Call of Duty.
Charges that screwed up King Kong, and he had to screwed up Godzilla's grip as he was pulling King Kong down at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh my
I'm
god,
just
depth
remembering
charges.
I had
Oh
it
my
all
god,
up
I remember the depth charges. Fucking like Godzilla's a U-boat
That's
from
right.
1942. Use depth charges on Godzilla.
Ugh.
That was
Well,
dumb.
nukes don't do anything. So
I like
fun.
that the whole time that they were trying to transport Kong, they were like, even the people were like hyping up, like, oh, Godzilla's pissed. He could show up, and they're just hyping up while they're like, you could all die.
Yeah, they kept hyping him like, we gotta release King Kong from his shackles, and they like hit a thing, and his magnetic locks bust off his wrist, and then he breaks the one off his neck. I'm like, why didn't you just break the chains? Anyways, they were put there by humans. You could easily have broken them.
The fact that
He just proved it too by breaking them.
in that scene, the admiral is like the scientist guy tells the admiral, shut all the power systems down on your ships, and he tells the admiral of the carrier group to what to do, and the admiral's like, okay, I'm sorry, sir, I won't do it again.
Is to disable everything, and then Godzilla approves. It's like, yep, that was the whole point. You guys were shaking up the water too much. Really annoyed my ears. Big boy ears. Couldn't take
Anyway,
it.
that's the ultimate something review on Godzilla. We're at an hour and 26 minutes now, so.
And that King Kong movie sucked. And the first Godzilla movie was actually pretty good.
The first Godzilla movie is a really good movie.
That's my review of all of the monster films.
Jack Black was great.
Not that one. That one's the best.
Hayden, after we were talking about the movie after it ended, Hayden kept talking about the Jack Black one, thinking that it was part of the universe.
Yeah, I was like, where's
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He was like, no, it's this girl. I'm like, so she dyed her hair red?
King Kong died in that movie, didn't he?
Yeah, because that's how King Kong always goes. He fucking comes from an island, they drag him out, and they kill him.
This King Kong is bigger than that building, the Empire State Building.
Yeah, I know. I remember the last one was in like the 70s or something. They bunch of like World War II guys or something.
See, here's the thing.
Mace Windu like did something. I don't know.
Like
it was
the
a terrible
Amazon
movie.
thing.
Here's the thing with Skull Island.
They fly to Skull Island and they see a mountain-sized ape, and they all don't just kill themselves or go crazy from just this visual. I think Samuel Jackson's in it, or some black guy. I don't know.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. The thing with Skull Island is that the director was like, yeah, I don't really care about making a King Kong movie. I want to make a Vietnam War movie. And they were like,
yeah,
well, that's not what we need you to do. And then the director was like, too late. I'm doing it. Fucking totally goes over the top, and just at the end of the movie, you're like, oh shit, yeah, King Kong. You don't
I keep
learn
forgetting
shit.
which one I hate the most because I saw that Kong movie and I was like, that's got to be the worst. Then I saw that Godzilla movie and I was like, that's the worst. Then I saw this movie. I'm like, this is the worst. Now I don't know which one I hate the most because I hate them all.
I hate that last one the most. Maybe because it's the one I just saw. But
I hate the last one.
I
get the fact that people hate King of the Monsters, but at least Jared, like you say, you hate King of the Monsters, but you stay with your opinion, and you make it make sense because you hate this one as well. The fact that people are like, I hate King of the Monsters, but you like this one? How? How do you like this one?
Rotten Tomatoes, good time. My son totally didn't
get why that's even a thing. I think people just look at the Rotten Tomatoes score and see it's high, and we're like, all right, this movie's good then.
I think a big part of it is the fact that it's the pandemic. This is the first time people are getting out into the theaters again.
That's true.
I think the Rotten Tomatoes score is a lie.
And you can see
no shit. Of course
you could see the fucking Room or some garbage movie, and people will say it's great because people are just happy to be outside again and going to the movie.
Oh, dude, you remember in the beginning of the movie when Godzilla first shows up in that little like whatever town it was, and the black guy is like running down a hallway, and the guy's like, "You don't have permission to be here." It's like, dude, Godzilla's outside.
The
Well,
funny
where's
thing
your
about that is
certification?
Godzilla breaks the whole place. This is like the very start. He wrecks the whole place. Only 8 people die.
Yeah,
And
I pointed that out.
also, now the whole top of the facility's been stomped on, and there's debris and just buildings knocked over. The whole rest of the floor is totally just operating the same way. You could just walk into go around some debris,
Ooh,
find a
right
hole
into
in the
the water.
wall, unlock an elevator, and go straight down into this super fucking place where all the technology and fake science is going on, and then get super maglev teleported over to
You almost
where
broke there.
Mecha Godzilla is, and just dropped right into the pit with all the big monsters they play around and kill.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
There's so many random there's so many times where I'm like, why is shutting off the ship your only chance of getting Godzilla away from King Kong in the water?
That's actually a really
Why
good point.
why
At the
is
beginning of the movie.
why is King Kong's heart stopping?
At the beginning of the movie, he
Why is his
attacks.
daughter the only one asking the question of why would Godzilla attack this facility if he didn't actually mean to? Well, everybody else just thinks Godzilla is some mindless guy for some reason who just attacked and killed 8 people for
That's
no
a
reason.
really good point. Fuck, I didn't even think about that. He attacks that Hong Kong place where Mechagodzilla is being holed up. He destroys the whole place, but never finds Mechagodzilla somehow.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't even know
he
that.
had to go 80 floors down and 16 kilometers east.
I didn't know that was his
Where
goal
Duncan the
there.
Bungo.
I guess I wasn't even paying attention. Then they started talking about like a flat Earth thing or a globe to
Yeah,
Earth,
the
and I was like,
Hollow
Yeah,
Earth.
I don't
Flat
know what
Earthers
that
love this
They
movie.
needed to take King Kong across the ocean so that he could show them a big hole in the ground. And then while he's showing them through the hole, by the way, the little deaf girl's like, your family might be down there, so let's go.
So
And
wait,
he's
the
like,
thing
"Dangerous,
Godzilla
all right."
attacked in the beginning of the movie that I was just referencing, that's
Yeah.
where Mechagodzilla was. He was just down really far.
He was
Yeah.
down really far and like to the left real far. You had to
He
go
was in a
down
mountain.
top of the little thing.
What you're saying is
so
Godzilla wouldn't be good at GeoGuessr.
Yes, he would not.
Okay,
he was off
I
of
didn't
it.
even know that was
supposed
why he was
to be,
there.
Yeah. I mean, he asked 8 people, but he squished them when he picked them up.
I laughed at the fact that the news report after he attacked Hong Kong leveled the whole half the goddamn city, and it said 8 people dead. He managed to kill less people than fucking
8 Marines died.
yeah,
There
like
were many
5
good
died
people on
today
both
in a mass
sides.
shooting.
Yep. Godzilla, not to be outmatched, killed 3 more people.
Why are they trying to convince us that these characters, these monsters are like good beings when they're like leveling cities and obviously killing thousands of people?
Because that's the lore
People
with
who built
Godzilla.
big robots. Will was telling me something like I don't even remember. I just entirely forgot. It was something stupid. Oh yeah, it was about how they should stop following the human plots and nobody likes those. And you immediately like this movie's bad because we're just gonna be following this black guy in his podcast and the girl from Stranger Things. And
Yeah,
then he
no reason
changed
for them
the
to
entire
be in the
movie.
movie. None.
So many
The black
questions.
guy was there to make little jokes, and
Yeah.
then the girl
These
was there to
movies-
look smarter than the people she's with because
He
they're
was
making
the Joe
jokes.
Rogan guy of don't drink the tap water.
The
What
movies
are you,
should
not
just
here to
be
ignore me?
like
Get outta here.
30 to 45 minutes of just the monsters fighting. That's all it should be.
I think people just need to admit that Godzilla and King Kong aren't interesting. We should stop
Hold on.
pretending they are.
King
I'll
Kong's
take a
cool.
deep shot there.
Sorry. Godzilla's cool. King Kong's not cool.
I don't know. Do you have any evidence to prove that he's cool? Because the last two movies sucked ass.
Giant dragon, nuclear.
He didn't look very cool in those.
engine.
The 1998 one.
Part of the reason the first Godzilla movie was so good is that he was actually barely in it until the end.
I just want to watch
They teased it.
Godzilla just destroy Tokyo, China again.
Yeah.
That's all I really want to
First
watch.
Godzilla's really
Come out of the
I'll tell you,
water.
I don't really want to watch any of this anymore.
and then
I don't think they're gonna
Oh,
make
so
another one. I think they're
oh,
done.
yeah.
I think
No,
they're
they're
done.
not. They're gonna keep going.
They can't. They ruined Mechagodzilla and Mechaghidorah in one fell swoop. There's nothing more for him to fight.
I'm telling you, waterproof panels. Then they can do it again.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Or in the,
That's
the
how
alcohol.
Mechagodzilla was defeated. Billy Bobby Brown threw some whiskey
Yeah,
on a
but
panel.
now
That's
it's
how they
over.
won.
It's over. He's dead
Yeah,
now. They
They
can't bring
just
him back.
make the panels
They do
again,
the
but they
entire
make them
thing again,
waterproof.
but waterproof it. You got to cover up the steel on the Death Star, so
I'm
then
done.
when the next one comes out, they'll build a bigger.
I'm
Death Star,
the same
they'll
as
fix
Jarod. I'm
that.
done with the whole Godzilla thing. I'm a big Godzilla fan. I'm a big Godzilla fan, but here's the
You're
thing.
actually not allowed to criticize Star Wars. I just want to make that clear.
That was not a criticism. That was just saying that that's what the Godzilla guys are gonna do. They're gonna follow the Star Wars thing and just keep upping their big weapon, but putting the same
Yeah, well, they're gonna
big
make it bigger.
flaw
If
each
there's 2
time.
Death Stars, there can be 2 Mecha Godzillas.
If there
Well,
could be
can't
a
we put
big
some
thing of
boards
Star
on it or something?
Destroyers with the goddamn Star Destroyer
no.
fucking guns, planet guns on them.
Here's
All you
the
gotta
thing.
do is take out the CN Tower in Canada, and they'll all blow up.
I love Godzilla. I loved it ever since I was a kid.
First
But
time
even I'm
moving.
done. Like my advice is let it go. Let it be dead for 20, 25 more years and reboot it again.
That
I'm
seems
telling you,
too
that's not going to happen. I bet you there's
I'm
already
gonna give
articles
you
online now
2
saying they're making another one.
No,
5
they're not
years,
making another one. No way.
then we'll start.
No fucking way that they're making
I
another
don't
one.
even know the storylines, but I'm going to tell you what, the storylines of these characters don't matter. They're going to do another one.
I don't
They
want.
should
I don't want
reboot
to see
Jack
another one.
Black.
It will
character.
The
be
fact that Rodon,
a big
like,
slug guy will show
where
up.
are all the other monsters that we saw in King of the Monsters? Where the fuck is Rodon and
I
and
don't even know
everybody?
who Mothra is because it's a giant moth. I've never really
Mothra should
seen
have
it
come
in
back from
movies,
the
but I
dead,
understand.
like Mothra always does.
What did they
Because that would have
cocoon
made
up?
the movie
Maybe
better.
they
Because
just
the
It
moth was
would've.
so cool in the other Godzilla movie that was
Go
terrible.
deep with the monsters, you losers. I'm the smart one here. You guys are the nerds.
Well, then you'll keep getting disappointed.
All right. Hour 35. I think we end it there. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening. That was the most formal ending ever.